What's going on, guys? David here with you with DC Appliance Repair, and welcome back to another YouTube video. We have the cooking season coming ahead of us. We got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we got family members that are coming to join family. And so one of the things that we always run into at this time of the year is everybody using self-clean mode. It's very hard on the appliance. I say stay away from self-clean mode. It gets up to 600 to 800 degrees and it stays that way about 4 hours. And a lot of times that's when a customer will call us and they'll say that, we just self-cleaned it and now the oven's not working. And a lot of times it'll mess up the temp sensor, or the bake element done burned out. And so I want to prep you guys with some of the things that, for one, you need to have on your truck all year round. But, really this time of the year, you want to have these few things. And I want to stress that what may be popular in my area may not be in your area. So take that in consideration, which, these are pretty, universal as far as some of the elements and some of the things I'm going to show you here. I'm not going to show you all, but I'm going to give you a little insight on what you need in this coming up season. So let's get into the video. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you guys is this is a kit that you can get. This is a 1200 piece high temperature non-insulated crimp wire terminals assorted kit. You got your electric rings, you got your forks, your spades, your butt splice connectors, and quick disconnect. A lot of times we pull up and some of the terminals will be burned up on the element, or sometimes one of the wires will be burned up on the terminal block, and the terminal block will be burned as well, but you need to replace the wire. And so you may need to use any of these connectors that comes in this assortment of kit here. I definitely recommend it. And I also like using the high temp insulated butt connectors. Non-insulated butt connectors, not insulated, non-insulated. So that's one of the other things. Let's go to this. So another thing you want to use is the ceramic wire connectors. You don't want to use your regular plastic ones, especially when you're dealing with the oven. A lot of times you may need to wire in a receptacle for one of the surface elements, and we're going to get into that here shortly. But anytime that you're wiring into something or splicing a wire, you need to make sure that you're using the ceramic style wire nuts and not just your plastic ones. Your plastic ones will burn up and they'll get you in trouble. Okay, so the next thing that you need to get is your heat shrink tubing. Okay, this comes in handy, especially with ovens. When you're using wire nuts or when you need to insulate a wire, you can do that by heating up the heat shrink. And it's something that I recommend you keep it on your truck. Here's a 650 piece set for $10 right here. Has different sizes that you can use. Definitely recommend getting it. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so here is the range receptacle burners that I was talking about. And one thing I want to say is just write the part number down, okay? And not necessarily the brand that I'm showing you here, but the part number, okay? I try to find a lot of the OEM. You can see here that this one works for Kenmore, it works for Whirlpool, and this is pretty universal. I recommend you getting this and keeping it. And you see it already has the heat shrink with it. And a lot of times these will wear out, and sometimes they'll burn up. The ends will burn up on them, and so I definitely recommend you keeping that one on your truck as well. And let's see the next one. Okay, here's our temp sensor. Okay, and again, just make note of the part number here, guys. And anytime if I'm moving too fast, just pause the video and write these numbers down. Okay, so this is a temp sensor. It's for Whirlpool, Maytag, Kenmore gas ranges. I recommend carrying it. It's only $10. And again, a lot of these parts I definitely get cheaper through Marcon, and if you don't have your Marcon account, I definitely recommend you getting you one. The next thing is going to be the infinite switches. Okay, you got your 6-inch and you got your 8-inch infinite switches. This is one for your 6-inch, I believe. I have to look at the wattage on it. And then here's the other one. I believe this one may be for your 8-inch. Yeah, this is here for your 8-inch. And so I definitely recommend you keeping these on your truck. We definitely change a lot of infinite switches. The customer complained saying that the eye is not fluctuating right, or it's just staying on high at all times. That's going to be your infinite switch majority of the time. The next thing you need to keep on your truck around this time. Okay, now we're going to get into the bake elements here. Let me go ahead and get these up just a second. I'm going to put them in other links. I think that might be the same one. It is. I don't want to see my wife's perfume she's looking at. Whoops. Okay, so let's get into the bake element. This is a GE bake element that I carry. It's $23. I think I get it for like $11 at Mark Home. This is definitely a good one to have for your hot point and GE. Very common one. Okay, let's see the next one. It's going to be, where's the dolly at? There you are, dolly. Okay, so the next one's going to be dolly. And this one here is a good one to have. I mean, very common one, and I call this the dolly. Everybody in the appliance repair field calls this one the dolly. And again, like I said, this is a good one to have on your truck. Very common one. Let's see what the next one would be. And this one right here. Let's see. I think I had the Frigidaire one. Okay, open it. New link. There we go. And this is one too. Now this one's a little bit expensive. I think I get it for like around $80, but it is a common one to have too as well. So, with all that being said, you got your dolly, you got your other bake element, you got this one. Let's see. I think there may have been one more here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was this one right here. This is the one, and you notice the end of it won't be bent. This is actually a straight end. And this is for your Whirlpool. And again, just make note of the number there. Like I'm telling you guys, just make sure, this is the number that I'm giving you guys. All right. So let me make sure I've went over everything. We got our temp sensor, infinite switches. Oh, yeah. One more thing. You could type in surface elements. And you need your 8-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch surface elements. Now, they do vary because how they set in the drip pan varies and how its designs vary. But you can go in here and get you a couple common ones for your GE, and a couple common ones like your Kitchen Basics right here. And then you got your Whirlpool ones as well. But I've always went with original OEM on them. I have played around with a few of the off-brand ones, but I mostly go OEM because they're sort of custom with them. But there's a few that you can get and keep on your truck here. I mean, you could definitely play around with a few of them and see how they work out for you. Well, all right, guys. Well, I just wanted to do this video. I wanted you to understand that, that's what's fixing to happen. And so you want to make those first-time completions. And you want to make sure that, you can get your hands on this stuff pretty quick, because those customers are going to be anxious because, they're ready to get it cooking for Thanksgiving. And when Christmas comes around, it's going to be the same kind of deal again. And we're going to do another video on refrigerators, because there's a lot of things that you need to have for refrigerators, because refrigerators tend to shut down around this time of the year. People tend to panic, and, you need to make sure you have a couple relays and a few other things, but we'll do that in a whole nother segment. But I appreciate all the new subscribers, appreciate all the comments, all the likes, and we really appreciate you guys commenting and interacting with us, and we'll be sure to try to answer any questions that we can. And be sure to check out the descriptions down below. You can also get some free stock through Weeble, signing up through my account below. We do little videos on that here and there. And I hope you guys got in on Sheeb when I told you to get in it, because we was up over 300%. That's another time, another place. This is David DC Appliance Repair, and I'll see you in the next video.